Hi there. In a world where nothing is certain, that means anything is possible, right? If you want to fulfill your dreams and desires, you are in the right place. You absolutely can have a life of happiness. Everyone deserves an abundance of love, laughter, success, health, and wealth. I'm Tara Chadzakis, and you're listening to the Happy, Inspired, Motivated podcast. The show that brings you meditation, mindset, and motivation. So start by giving yourself permission to be awesome. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hi, and welcome to this episode of Happy, Inspired, Motivated. So today is part 2 of the shift from 3D to 5D. If you didn't listen to part 1, it was the episode before this, and you can find that either on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, or my website, wherever you listen to my podcast. And that really sets the scene for what I'm talking about today. So as I said before, we were living in a 3D reality. And the 3D reality is one that embodies the life as we know it right now. So obviously, it's all about, or it has been all about fear, limiting beliefs, competition, feeling disconnected from each other, feeling that we have to work really hard for our money and struggling and fighting and really having difficulty stepping into that next level of our life and our business. Whereas the 5D, that's going to be or is about changing the beliefs and the thoughts that we have and the energy that we have in our life. And it's going to be more open to love and oneness and supporting each other and peace and harmony. And these are things that we all need to embody, and we're being called to do so by the shift in the energies in the universe. So some people are calling this like the Great Awakening. Some people are just calling it a shift in energy or shift in consciousness, but it's a massive shift. So it's everybody on the planet is being affected by this change in energy. And you can choose whether you join the shift or whether you cling on to the old beliefs, thoughts, and actions that you have before. Either way, the shift is coming. And for me, for example, I'm finding the shift very enlightening, very awakening, as people are calling it. And I'm having many more downloads from the universe, inspiration, ideas that are coming to me that are not ideas that I would have never necessarily thought of by myself. And these are coming direct from source energy. So we've said a few of the symptoms in part 1. These can be like headaches, especially in the front of your head. Although, of course, if these are regular things that you've had for a long time, please don't say, well, Tara told me that these were just awakening symptoms. If you feel that you have a health issue, then please see a doctor. But headaches are quite common during this time. Changing your diet, as your body sort of, it guides you to choose different foods, either less food or more food, especially because your body's needing this to recalibrate, I guess. Some people are having flashbacks to past lives and they're ending karmic cycles. So a lot of people who believe in karma and us living the cycles out and changing the karmic outcomes each time. This is a time that this is happening really quickly. We're having high dream states. And I said in my last episode about having dreams about babies and also, I've had a few, I've actually been physically pregnant, and these are still continuing. I'm having a lot of babies in my dreams, actually physical babies like that I'm holding. And these are really messages from my inner energy and from the universe to nurture and take care of the things in my life, be it business and personal wise too. Because, the dream state is the subconscious mind telling you what you need to do going forward. A lot of us are experiencing extreme fatigue, tiredness. Some people have even said that they've had a change in their body smell because their cells are detoxifying. That can be something that comes up for you, or maybe somebody that you've noticed. And basically, we're changing our energy to match the energy around us. And you're going to see a change in your belief systems. Now, your limiting beliefs have been really promoted in the 3D energy because it's been all about a fear and a lack, a scarcity of success and resources. It's been the mindset of, if you succeed, then there's less success available for me, and the same for money and love and joy and happiness. Whereas the 5D is all about connecting and knowing that we're one. We're all one together energetically. And so if I succeed and I have great wealth, for example, then you can access that too. There's plenty to go around. Funnily enough, yesterday I was watching Fantastic Fungi on Netflix, and it was great to see how all energies are connected and how mushrooms are these powerful, energetic beings that help life progress and help life rejuvenate and become reborn. And they're also really good, obviously, for us as a food and also for awakening as well. Now, I had a little while ago, I had Jonathan DePotter on my show, and he has the Beyond Retreats. Now, the Beyond Retreats, as I was talking to him, they use things like what we would call magic mushrooms. He also uses toad venom, which is a little bit unusual, but these are all things that awaken our connection to source, and they help us feel connected and be at one with the universe around us. And he was on the documentary yesterday. It was saying about how people are using these. I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong. Psilocybin or psilocybin. Basically, it's a magic mushroom compound that people are using, and they're using it in health trials. It's great for reducing symptoms of depression. It's a treatment that's great for awakening people. And they all report feeling like extremely loved and connected and supported and taken care of. And if you know anything about my backstory, you know that I had a very similar incident to this. It was a hug from the universe back in, I think it was about 2009. And I had the exact same feeling. I felt that I was supported, that I could do anything that I wanted to, and I would always be loved and helped to achieve what I wanted. And that was without me taking magic mushrooms, but that was the feeling that I had from this experience. And other people have found this through these health trials. So there are different ways to connect to each other. And as we're changing our belief systems from a fear and a lack and a competition mindset into one of, you win, I win, and we all win, we're finding that the energies in the universe are giving us the chance to do that right now. Some people are getting great psychic and intuitive connections through this new 5D energy that's come in. And as I said, it started in 2020, and it's set to be, the energies are set to be changing over the next, 5 years altogether, up to 2025. And it's going to open up a great deal of change going forward in our lifetimes. If you look at the people or the younger generation, my youngest daughter, for example, she's 16. She knows a lot about this. She knows a lot about the Schumann resonance. She knows a lot about energetic vibrations and manifesting and intuition, which are things that I never, ever knew about at her age. But it's so great that the younger generation are already thinking about this, and they're not growing up with the mindset that we had, where it was, I have to work really hard for my money. I have to compete with other people. I have to be better than other people in order to succeed. I have to get clients from other people. In order to get prosperity in my life, other people have to suffer. And that's the way that business has always been promoted. But the younger generation are not being brought up like that. They're more into doing things on a very conscious and subconscious level, but doing it openly and lovingly, and knowing that there's enough for everybody. So there's talk about something that people are calling the Great Flash. And that is apparently going to be a one-off event that's going to change the consciousness of humanity in one blast, I quote. Now, people don't really know when this is going to happen, what it's going to feel like. We don't really know, but we have been told that it's going to be between now and 2025. So it's really great to be prepared for that right now, so that when it does happen and we're in that position, we're aware of it and we know what to look out for, and we can work with that. Because, you know, during these next few years, manifestations are going to come so much quicker as we open up our energies and we connect more with the energy around us. There are so many people out there that still don't know about the law of attraction and manifesting and the energies in the universe. And I'm one of the people who is trying to get word out about this and trying to help people, to teach people about it, so that they are using the loving energy of the universe and benefiting from that. You know, my Awaken workshop that's running in January is to do just that, to show people what the law of attraction is, how it works, the science behind it, looking at manifesting and what that actually means and how it works in our lives, how we are creating our realities, and how, if we want a different reality, the things that we have to do to be able to create that in our lives. Because people have been living on autopilot for far too long and have just been allowing themselves to receive the same mediocre life each and every day, because they've been programmed to believe that that's what they're worthy of, that's what they deserve, and there's no way to change that. But the law of attraction and the energetic universe is all about giving us abundance. And we get to choose whether we have an abundance of wealth and happiness, or if we allow ourselves to receive an abundance of debt and unfulfillment. We're always in control of what we choose to allow ourselves to receive. But the majority of people actually don't know that that's the situation. They don't understand that they have a power within them. And, you know, the powers that be, they like the fact that that most people don't know that, because they can keep control of people who are not thinking for themselves and who are not consciously changing their reality. And I intend to wake people up during my Awaken workshop and whatever comes out from that as well, moving forward. And that's because I believe that everybody deserves to have the best life, to be living their dream life, and to know that they can do that as well, that they have the power within them. And as I said, this 5D energy shift that we're having is coming, and we can either fight against it or we can go with it, use it, and allow ourselves to receive even more than we dream of, at a much quicker rate as well. So the freedom that we have from the control that we've been put under really comes from within, from our love and compassion for other people. You know, instead of seeing other people as a threat, we need to love other people and send them the best blessings that we can. Because by doing that, we're allowing those blessings to come back to us as well. There are so many people who are hurting, who are sad and lonely, and they don't understand the fact that we are all connected. We are all loved always. And I like to say that we can change our lives in 2 seconds. And that's exactly what we can do. As soon as we decide that we are going to make that change, how we show up in the world, how we react to situations, how we treat other people and treat ourselves, that choice just takes 2 seconds to make. And making that choice for something different is changing your life in 2 seconds. A lot of people come across their awakening as such when they hit rock bottom, like I did, and many people that I've interviewed on my podcast have too, as you've heard. You know, it could be ill health, it could be a death, it could be something to do with their business failure, or something has happened where they've had to wake up basically and see and make the changes that they need in their lives. And, you know, consciously or subconsciously, they've changed the vibration of their thoughts, which has changed, you know, their outcomes in their life, because our thoughts are energy and our thoughts become things. We have the potential in our body. It's such a magnificent machine that it can heal itself, that it has the potential to change its vibration and change its cellular structure. But if you're not aware of it, you don't know how to align your frequency, you don't know how you are causing situations in your life or in your health. A lot of people from, like, call it old school, they like to say that, you know, I'll believe it when I see it. And that's what keeps them going around on the treadmill of doing the same thing and receiving the same results. When you tap into a a different energetic level. And as we're talking about the 5D level, it's a matter of believing is seeing rather than seeing is believing. And the more you believe in what is your birthright, your prosperity, what can come to you, the more you'll see evidence of that and proof. And as you hear me talking about downloads, so during this period, as I said, I've been having a lot of vivid dreams, and they've all been quite a similar theme, babies, young life, pregnancy, and at certain periods we all get downloads. Some people might call them ideas or intuition, or just gut feelings to do something. I call them downloads from the universe. I was working on preparing the Awaken workshop, which I'm holding in January, and I've always said that the universe is like a mirror. Whatever you put out, the universe gives back to you, just reflects straight back to you. And I like to try and find different ways to make it more understandable for people, because maybe that mirror doesn't resonate with somebody and they don't quite get that. So there has to be other ways of talking about how the law of attraction works and what it does. And I had a download, which I'm calling the baseball method. And I'm using that in my workshop to explain more about how the universe is working and how the law of attraction is bringing those balls back to you. And if you allow yourself to open up to these downloads, there'll be lots of things that come to you that you can use in your business going forward that, you may not have thought of without the help from the universe, or it may not have come to you as quickly because you're more, well, especially when you're dreaming or when you're sleeping, your mind is more awake to or open to receiving new ideas. As I've been researching, the 5D awakening, ascension, however you want to call it, there are so many books out there that people have written about activating the frequency and, guides to help you through it. And I'm really using this podcast just to summarize some of the things that I've learned while looking at the shift from 3D to 5D. So basically, the whole premise is that, with this 5D energy and the 5D manifestation that we're going to be moving into, it's understanding that we are choosing this reality and this timeline. And the more we place our focus on and our energy on what it is that we want in our lives, what it is we want to be doing with our lives, where we want to be living, who or how we want to be showing up, and really get into the core of what we're passionate about and how that plays out in our lives, that's when the 5D manifestation becomes much quicker. And not worrying about the hows either. So, saying, we put our logic brain on and we say, okay, I want to achieve this, which means I have to do this, which means I need to have that, and this needs to be in place first. Shifting energy is not about the linear line towards a particular outcome. It's about trusting and believing before something happens, knowing that you are worthy of having whatever it is you're wanting, and allowing the universe to show you the way as you're making progress towards it, instead of having to have it all figured out to start with and then thinking, okay, well, it's too much, I can't do this, or I haven't got this, and this to start with, so that's not going to happen. The more that you open up and start making progress from where you are right now, believing, trusting, taking these downloads from the universe, acting on them, changing your beliefs and your thoughts around whether or not you can achieve something, because everybody can achieve whatever they want. Everyone could have the millionaire status if they believed that they could have it, and they shifted their energy to that belief as well. When I'm working with clients, we don't lay out, for example, the plan of, okay, we're going to do this and then this and then this, and then we're going to get that, and then that's going to lead to this, and then fast forward this many months or years, and then this is going to happen. And because first of all, we can't put the time frame on it. We can't say it's going to take 2 years, 5 years. It could take 6 months, depending on how well you tap into the energy and how focused you are on achieving it. It's all about the end result. And the bit in between is what you work out as you're going forward. So as we shift from 3D to 5D, there are going to be some people who refuse to make the change and fight it, even though they can feel that it's a good thing and a good energy. They're going to hunker down and link arms and refuse to be moved. And there are some of us who will step into this willingly, embrace the change that's coming, and reap the rewards for faster manifestation and more love, laughter, joy, health, and wealth in our lives, because we are the ones who are open to receiving. We're the ones who are curious about what this can do for our lives and how it can make a change quicker than we've ever done before. Manifesting is going to rapidly increase, and the time frame is going to increase as well. So instead of waiting, for example, for 12 months for something to manifest, it's going to come in a much shorter space of time, because the energy around us is a higher vibration than the ones we've had before. And that higher vibration creates much more speed and impact in our lives. Now, if you're still not really sure about what the law of attraction is, how it works for you, how you're manifesting or how you have manifested, and how you can manifest going forward on a 3D level or in a 5D level, then the Awaken workshop that I'm running on the 3rd of January will really help you get complete clarity about what's going on and how you can take advantage of the shifts and the changes that are happening around us. Because who doesn't want more manifestation? Who doesn't want faster manifestation of the good things? And the 5D energy is more about the good vibrational energy, and it's releasing the negativity that we've been holding on to on the 3D level for so long. So I'm going to put a link in the show notes to a couple of articles that I've read again. I'll also put a link into the Awaken workshop. It's a special price until the 24th of December. So if you want to join me, please make sure you register before then to get the special price. And let's really awaken ourselves, our energy, and people around us. And even if they're not ready to step into the 5D energy, even if they're not open to the law of attraction and the universe and manifesting, the fact that you are curious, the fact that you are willing to open up and learn about these things and start to implement them in your life means it's going to have a positive effect on friends and family, regardless of their beliefs and their thoughts. Because the highest vibrational good energy is the one that is the strongest. So if you're emanating this energy and you're allowing yourself to absorb it and work with it, then that's going to have a positive knock-on effect to everyone around you. And the ripple effect is going to be huge. So let's get prepared. Let's be ready for this energetic shift. And let's really make 2022, because we're nearly there, the best year yet. If you have any questions, please get in touch. Email me or message me, Tara Chadzakis, on Instagram. I'd love to see you on the Awaken workshop. It'll be really great to share what I know and also to hear, what questions you have, because we're always open to learning. The more I learn, the more I teach. The more I teach, the more I learn. So it's a great benefit to everyone involved in this collaboration. So sending you lots of love. I hope you have a fantastic week. And I will speak to you again soon. Take care. Thank you for listening to the Happy, Inspired, Motivated podcast. I'll be back next week bringing more meditation, mindset, and motivation for your happy and successful life. To find out more about our community, go to tarachatzakis.com/happy, inspired, motivated.